Hi, I'm Melanie Carr, life coach.
When is it easier for guys to try their first experiences of not having a physical orgasm and using the energy they've created in their body to create and to visualize? I think in a big way it's important for people to use their intuition as much as possible as to how their body feels. And it's also really important that people don't try to go cold turkey and just totally say, okay, I'm not going to have any more physical orgasms. I'm just going to hold all my energy. And I think it's really important that people understand that not having a physical orgasm and working towards sexual transmutation of your energy to create is not about abstaining from having some experiences in a more physical. You're not going to be able to hold that much energy in your body, especially for men, because it's not just the energy, it's actually like a physical. The sperm is accumulating in the testicles, and at some point, if you're not used to, your body's not used to that, you're not going to be comfortable. So this podcast is a little more for guys, but I think it's really good for women to understand as well, because I think there's a lot of women out there in the spiritual community working on their evolution and their meditation and things, and they want to start trying this with their couples. And it's a lot of pressure on men. I think it's really important for men to understand that it also depends the age that they're at. I think in your 20s, you can be quite sexually active in a physical aspect in your life. It's natural and it's probably necessary in a physical aspect. In your 30s, you can start learning. You can slow down a little bit. In your 40s, you need to start being careful not to overdo it and sometimes saving your energy. When you get to your 50s, 60s, and 70s, that's where it becomes more important for the spiritual evolution of the sexual energy to come more and more into play, to use the energy more and more for creation, for your life, for your health, and not so much in a physical way. So this is kind of the natural transition for a man. If at 40, 50, and 60, men start working on this, it's a slow and it's a process that you go through. So, for example, a guy in their 40s, they might want to try like 3 to 1, 3 times having an intimate experience and 1 time having a physical orgasm. As an example, someone in their 20s or 30s might only want to try it, every few times, try to wait or try to see how they feel and just go. You have to be really patient with yourself. And this is a process because you can't hold that much energy in your body, especially if you haven't learned to breathe and to move the energy, to bring the energy up to your heart center and to move it with your mind. And your imaginative faculty in the heart center, you need to take time. This is a process. This is a long lifetime process. This isn't something that a couple is just going to learn overnight. Okay, let's take a tantric sex class, and now we're going to be not having physical orgasms. Girls, ladies, that is not going to happen. Men are not going to like this, and they're not going to be able to sustain that kind of energy in their body, especially if the person hasn't worked with meditation and breathing in their lifetime and they're just starting out with this idea. It's not going to be easy for them to be able to get that excited, have so much physical stimulation, accumulation of energy in the sexual part of their body, and then not do anything with it and repeat that several times. The guy is going to go crazy. He's not going to like this at all. So this is important for women to understand, because I think we're more able to start this process at a younger age and not find it so difficult because we don't actually have a physical accumulation of the sperm in the body. We have energy accumulating, and that's all. We don't have anything accumulating in our ovaries or our testicles or whatever. Obviously for guys it's totally different because they have a totally different anatomy. I said our testicles, but I meant their testicles. So anyways, you can have a laugh at that one. Yeah, I think it's also kind of for guys to use their intuition, because women go through cycles each month, but men go through cycles in their life. I would pick, as a first time to try this, I would pick a time when you're tired and try this. You know, you get home from work and you're both totally physically exhausted from working, you're stressed. And try making love for a little while with your couple. Just maybe not too intense, not too excited. And just see if you can't, by just making love with your couple for 5 or 10 minutes, and then stop. Don't have a physical orgasm, either one of you. And then hold each other and breathe. And breathe the energy up to the heart center. And think about creating something together, a nice dinner, relaxing, something simple. See your home protected. Visualize a project you might have and how things could be flowing. And then rest. Go have your dinner, have a bath, go to sleep, and see how you both feel. It's a really good way to start this practice. I think if you're already quite physically tired, mentally or stressed, it can really be a huge benefit. You'll release so much stress. You will elevate your energy levels, and you will create in your body a beautiful glow, a feeling of beautiful erotic feeling in your body that you don't need to expend it physically with a physical orgasm. And this is a really good way to get started. In moments when you have a lot of sexual energy, those are the times when you might not want to try that on your first few times. Okay. There's a lot of like the tantra sex idea where you're sitting and you're meditating and you're looking into each other's eyes, and there's a lot of different ways of doing this, but I'm trying to keep this really practical for couples that are not necessarily into meditation and things. They want to start learning how to use their energy, and I don't think you need to be a meditation master or a yogi or a guru, spiritual guru, to start to realize that your energy can be used for creating in your life and doesn't necessarily have to be this high-level spiritual practice, you know? Let's start making this like, I really wish this information would become mainstream. That's why I've just decided to call it sex and put it out there, and to make it more like for everyone to grasp the idea of it. And it might not be the thing that you want to do in this moment, but at some point in your life, if you have a health problem or you do get to that place where you want to try something like this, to have more energy to create and have abundance in your life, then you have an idea that this exists, because a lot of people don't know anything about this, and I don't see a lot of mentors and spiritual like guides and people talking about it. And I would like this to become something that everyone's talking about. We have a huge following for people that have sexual addiction, and men with issues about masturbation and those kind of things as far as sexual addiction goes, and porno. And I really think this kind of practice is also something that could really, really help guys who have an issue or a situation that they're going through, even personally on their own. Because if some of the energy they feel could start to be used in their life, some of the energy could also be to use to help them to overcome the addiction to porn, or just even for younger guys to be aware that this exists. There's a huge community, the no FAP community for guys about not masturbating, and I wish like they could get a little more information about this kind of thing, because I think it's a natural process. Everyone has their own intuition and their own levels of energy. So even where I've commented on this, like 3 to 1, 3 times having a regular experience, and then one time working on the sexual transmutation and not having a physical orgasm, that might be the right amount for you. But I think you need to use your intuition, and your body can sort of guide you. Because I've known people who've tried this and then literally in their sleep will end up having an orgasm because their body just can't handle holding the energy. And it can take like 3 to 5 years for your body to get to the place where you can hold a much higher level of erotic vibration in your body without having a need to physically release it. So it's kind of, you have to get used to it. It takes time. You have to be really patient and love yourself. Even if you are going through some kind of issue about some sexual addiction or masturbation porn addiction, you definitely can be benefited by this kind of practice, because I think I'm trying to put everything into perspective in a very practical and healthy way for people to start understanding that this is normal, this is all good, and if we get rid of the taboos and we start talking more openly about our experiences, we will have a much better and healthy balance in our lives as far as our sexuality and our eroticism goes. So take it easy, have a good day, be kind to yourself, and don't stress out about it. Just if you decide you've wanted to do something like this with your couple or on your own, just use your intuition and take it easy and just go with the flow. And it will take time, but you'll get there. And you'll start creating and doing amazing things with your energy.
Have a great day.